Welcome back. You're still watching Good Morning Zimbabwe. As the world celebrates International Women's Day this Thursday, men are beginning to realize that there is a need for them to be more involved with gender issues affecting women. The gender advisor from the Padare Ekunteni Men's Forum on Gender, Mr. Nixon Nembaware, is in the studio to tell us more. Welcome to Good Morning Zimbabwe.
Thank you, Tracy.
What does International Women's Day mean to you as a men's group?
The International Women's Day to men means it's a time for us to reflect on the past, look at the present and project into the future. We look at the past struggles and the present successes of women, and also plan on ways that we as men can play a part in the emancipation and liberation of women.
So you do believe that it is important for men to be gender sensitive?
Absolutely.
Especially when it comes to issues of women?
Exactly.
What is your driving principle for that?
We believe in human rights. We believe that women and men are all human beings and they have all unalienable rights that they all deserve.
In your view, what has caused men to take, some people do say that men are taking a back seat regarding issues that are important to women. What do you think is the reason why men sometimes take a back seat and not support women?
As Padare, we have identified three things, that is power, privilege and patriarchy. Men are at a vantage point where they enjoy power. They've got privileges in terms of access to control of resources, and they also are socialized in a system of patriarchy, which gives them advantages over women, and that they are not willing to cede that power. And it's the driving force that makes them make them say no, we don't want to be active in the emancipation of women. But when you then look at it, it's all about the women you know. It's not about alien women. It's your mother, your sister, your grandmother, your workmate, your boss. They're the same women we work with every day. But when you talk about it as other women you don't know, it becomes something else.
So now, in your view, having realized all those three principles or particles, what then do you have to say? What then do you have to do? What initiatives, what interventions need to be put in place? I'm
saying as men, we need to come up with programs that re-socialize boys. As men, we have to sit down and talk and reevaluate the way we have been socialized and say, what's the way forward? As men, we also have to just reflect at a personal level, just also assist in the making of policies, also assist at laws and rules that govern our communities, even at local level, and say, now that we have the power, let's have influence for change that's positive, that can make us realize a better, equitable and more advancing society.
Also, you do think that probably those initiatives are not taking place, so since you're saying we need to do this, do you think that maybe society already is not preparing its boys and girls on being gender sensitive?
We've been working with men since 1995. Men are coming up on board, but we would want more, because our vision is to create a movement of men who are really committed to this. So we would urge more, all men from all walks of life to come and join in the movement. Are
men not kind of shy to be part of your organization, or maybe to proceed in supporting your organization?
Yes, they are. They are, but we need to encourage them. Because it's the way they've been taught. As men, don't be involved in this. As men, be domineering. As men, you should be leading, even if you're struggling. As men, just do it your way. So when somebody comes and gives a different opinion to say, if we do this, our society will be better, it takes time for them to change and then move and take positive steps towards development. But
does that not militate against your efforts? And if so, how do you then come to a point of engaging them to be part of a process like this?
The engagement process is a process of behavior change, where somebody is excited today, the next day they have a relapse, but eventually men are making progress. We have 66 chapters countrywide, and a movement is coming up. Men are joining in.
Well, as an organization, what have you done to support women, and what have you planned for International Women's Day?
At International Women's Day, for us, it's more of celebrating the successes of women, but then calling men to say, come also, let's give our hand. So for us, what we've planned is we've got advocacy trainings around the country, starting in Gweru next week, then in Mutare, then in Harare the week after. Then we also have a mini conference in Rishawane, where as men we are looking at the steps that we've walked since the formation of the organization and projecting into the future looking at ways we can enhance the work that we are already doing.
And there's this issue of women not having control of their sexual and reproductive rights in the home or wherever. What words have you got to say about that, especially looking at International Women's Day?
I'm saying giving the women the power to control their bodies, because their bodies also has benefits for us as men. The issue of gender equality is not about the benefits to women, it's about the benefits to the society as a whole. If women have access to reproductive health, it means we have a healthy community as well. So it's all about giving them the choices, allowing them to make the choices about their bodies, and also supporting, putting funding, putting mechanisms and frameworks that support them to have access and control to rights, opportunities, resources, maternal care, sexual and reproductive health. It's a whole range of services that we need to look at as a community. It's not about men only, it's about men and women. And men have to come in without shame, without fear, without favor, and support gender equality and equity.
Well, thank you for that. That was speaking there to the gender advisor from the Padare Enkontleni Men's Forum on Gender, Mr. Nixon Nembaware. The world celebrates International Women's Day on Thursday, the 8th of March. Good morning, Zimbabwe. It takes a break. Sports news is up next with Chingetide Tima.